oh my goodness. Uh, Professor Sam, I really enjoyed your seminar. Just went over the questions yesterday and just giving us how to think about those. I really thank you for that. I really enjoyed that. Now, once again, I am pleasantly confused, and I've been to majority of your seminars, but I immediately yesterday I put your code in, but I think I switched the other two codes for 6 and 7. I can't remember that. I was doing intern early in the morning. I mean, precepting. It was a mess. So thank you. One more. I have really enjoyed doing acute care. Oh my goodness. I hope I can do that once I get out. I really enjoy acute care. It's a lot. It's fascinating. It's sad. Uh, it's brutal. It's a lot going on. So today, this week, I am featuring. It's so many of them. I could guess. You know what I'm saying? My guest feature today, guest star is her. I'm gonna use AY as her name. She's a 36-year-old white female. She was admitted. It's several different. I'm understanding because I'm not from Texas, but I've lived here for 4 years. I've worked in the psych system for 20 years as a psych nurse in Tennessee, but their codes for emergency detainee, they have different codes. She's on emergency detainee for 72 hours, which they extend probably to 7 days, but it's different codes. But all of them is in acute care. I'm on the acute unit. They all are involuntarily committed. They've done something. Well, AY, her mother called and had the police come. A little bit about AI. She went to her mother's house. She had been kicked out some years ago. She went to her mother's house, begging and pleading, could she come in? She's 36-year-old. Her mother, a biological mother, had custody of her two children. I think they're 7 and 8. I put them in a soap note. 8 or 9 or something like that. I didn't write it down on my little cheat sheet. But in one of them's birthday, it's a boy and a girl, one of them's birthday, mom do not like her to be there because she sets fires. She has a history. She has an extensive history of being hospitalized. She has a history of HISI, active psychosis, bipolar, depression, homelessness, and schizophrenia. So mom, her mother, her biological mother, who has, full custody, I don't think she's ever had custody of her two children. But mom was very leery for her to stay because she almost burnt the house down. She loves fires. And she almost burnt the house down several years ago. So mom is very protective. But it was one of her daughter's birthday. And so she allowed her to stay over. Thank God. Thank God her mother was very attentive. And her mother smelled smoke, I think around 2 a.m. And so she had already lit a fire, and she says, in her psychosis mind, she said that she started fire to help Jesus clean things out. You can't make this stuff up. You just can't. People say all kind of weird things, and I know you probably think I'm making up a lot of this stuff, but you can't make this stuff up. But she starts fires because she has to help Jesus clean out things, and so her mother woke up. Well, you know what I'm saying, and fortunately, she had only started the fire in a wastebasket, and because mom said her mother. In report, mother has said that when she comes around, she puts up any kind of fire, and she's like, she brought that in, probably a lighter or something. So mom was able to get the fire out, but she immediately called 911 because she confronted her daughter, and she's like, okay, it's only me and you and the two grandkids. Really, you have, this is your MO. And so she didn't want to leave. She denied that she did it. And so 911 came and she attacked the police. These police officers get attacked. I do not know. Hopefully that's why they're at the gym, because they do get attacked a lot by these patients. So do we in the old days, but they do get attacked. So she attacked one of the police officers and she wound up back here. She has been here several times, but I like a lot of the patients that come in. 7 days do not do them justice. Some of them that is just chronically ill, at least takes about 2 weeks for them to get into reality. So you will see in my encounters that these people have been here for weeks, and then it's hard to place them. She is homeless, and hey, everywhere she goes, she starts fires. So you can understand why she's homeless. No, no group home, no kind of home wants to take her in because of this. But so she was admitted, like I said, for HISI because she's like, I don't set fire to you, I'm gonna set fire to myself. And so, psychosis, she's claimed she's the I think on my soap note that she's a teapot. She tells us she's a lampshade and she's all of these things. And if she just gets, she's like, if I just could get a lighter, we're like, oh my goodness. I mean, it'll burn down the whole doggone hospital. So bipolar, depression, like I said, homeless, schizophrenic. And so her mother, because when we approached her, she was incoherent, ready to attack us, crying. And some stats says she cries, and she cries all the time. She, has a bout of depression right now. And but her mother says, and from what the notes they've had before, that she does really good on Lutruda. So immediately they had to do, because she's really kind of paranoid. So they have to do what they call force medicines, when they have to give you IMs until you're not compatible. So we had to start her on IM injections for Zyproxia 10 milligrams BID, also IM Ativan for anxiety, high anxiety, and Latruda 2 milligrams for bipolar, trazodone because she does not sleep. So trazodone at night. And also he's thinking about he said he's going to wait and see how this Latruda does, but she's a chronic lady, and it'll take more than 7 days to get her back to reality. And the sad part is it's a kind of revolving door at this psych place, as most psych places, is once they can get them stabilized and get them back into active, I forgot to say active, active hallucinations, audio and visual. She's like, hey, do you see this person? And not there, and she responds to internal stimulus. But it's kind of sad because, like they said, as soon as they can get them back into reality, these second gen psychotropic medicines, these really work. It takes a minute to get them back into reality, but once they get them back into reality, wow, they got to go back here in the real world. And once they get in the real world, they stop taking their meds, and then they get psychosis, psychotic all over again, and they come back in, and it's like sometimes they come back in, they're worse than when they came before. It's like each time they come back in, they chronically get worse. And so it's hard to place them. We have several that I think another one that I will be discussing again, Robert, is just a case where he has no place to go. And it's and like they were saying, they maxed out on everything. That's just his normal now. He's, what I'm saying, he's like 60, and that's his normal. His normal is what he's going to be. But to get back on her, that is pretty much all that I had for her. She remains on a one-to-one because she is a threat if she can find anything. So right now she's, what I'm saying, well, she was a one-to-one, and they're just going to do the plans as usual. Try to get her, once she gets back into reality, get her into group. Sometimes I think she will set in group. Other times they said in the past she won't, because she's so out of it. So they do let her go sit in a corner and talk to herself. They just monitor her. That is the end. One more. Hallelujah. I know you're happy too. This is as clear as I've ever been. I've had some sleep. Thank you.